negative thing is persuading the clowns to take this on board.
There must be some people in those departments that are aware of these things.
Yes, there are. There are. There are a couple of problems with the water department in Tasmania is that it's imported a lot of Indians. Now, I've got nothing against Indians, either red or otherwise. But because I've actually been in India and I weep over this. There are books coming out now on the water situation in India. I've been there. I've seen the difference that a well in a village makes to the women of the village. It is enormous. But I also know now, and I almost wept the other night, there was a chapter in a book I just got hold of. It's called When the Rivers Run Dry. And there's a couple of chapters about India. But one of them was describing a village I knew. They can't get groundwater in that village any longer. It's too deep. And why is it too deep? Because of all of the industrial problems that have gone with misuse of water there. Those people are dying, you know.
This is one of the books that Malcolm Turnbull said that he read. And
Yes, he did review it. Yeah. He did review it. Read it. You should all read it. My book's a good one too. Read that one too. My book offers you some of the answers. That book will tell you what needs fixing.
What's the name of your book?
The people in the department.
Yes, the people in the department, there are people who know. They've imported Indians who are bringing in these practices. The whole dam schemes that are coming around are derived that way. They're not thinking these through, they're not trained to think these things through. And that's the tragedy. We've imported people who do not understand what they're doing. And their track record is disaster. I'm sorry to have to say that. But there are people in that department who slip things off the back of a truck to me, probably in the same way that things are slipped off the back of a truck to Frank over there. And they say to you, look, this is something you need to know. And I might use it, go and check it and utilise the information because it's a good thing to have. But those people themselves are not going to stand up. And there was an example the other day in the water quality issue where the head of the branch publicly tore a strip of one of his own staff in front of other staff for actually saying we can't do that, that is wrong. Now when it's got to that stage, that person ought to be sacked. I mean, I know those two people. And that supervisor, frankly, if I ever get the chance to tear a strip off him in public, I will do it. Because he doesn't deserve any less. You know, it's... Good? My book is simply called Water. You need edition 3, it's an A4 size book.
In the green room.
The green room has it. But you need the latest edition because I updated it, from the second edition. It's got a lot more nonsense and latest stuff in it. Because so much happened. But it'll suggest to you some of the things you do need to know and what can be done. And it is soluble. You know, literally in water. And that's the positive side.
What was the book on India called?
The book on India, well, it's not on India. It's called When the Rivers Run Dry. Fred Pearce. It's got a chapter on different places, but it'll make you weep. It really will. And you'll realise the problems we've got here aren't just ours. But we can solve ours. Some of theirs, I think, are just too far gone. But, you know, please try and read that. Certainly that book, it will really depress you. But just know that there are answers. This can be turned around.